Yes, hello everyone, and welcome to today's stream where we are going to be making an anime town using Blender. And I've chosen this one because of its style, and I like the colors and everything. So, but I have these other options. Hey, Utkash Live FF, how are you? Glad to see you. And I also like these other ones. They just look a bit more complicated, but are doable still. This one not too difficult. Actually, this one is complicated, but doable as well. Yeah, some good looking towns here. Yeah, so let's get into it, but before we do that, hello Mary Potter, how are you? Glad to see you. Before we get into it, let's do some quick promotions. This is Grass Blade, an add-on for Blender that self-explanatory, just helps you do grass in Blender very quickly, scatter it, and do a bunch of stuff. You have different types of assets, over 550 assets you can choose from: dead grass, bush, weed, dry herbs, and everything. I'll be leaving a link in the description for you to check it out. Then another add-on I want to talk about is the car transportation add-on, and I added this because the art piece we're going to be doing, which is this, which one? Yeah, which is this one, has a few cars in it. So if you have the transportation add-on, it will make your life easier because it comes with a lot of vehicles all rigged and ready to animate, with materials, well done interiors, and everything. As you can see, again, the link is in the chat if you want to check out the transportation add-on. And then finally, I want to promote my own add-on, which is Textures Folder, which is an add-on just to make texturing easier for you. It just links all your folders, your textures in one place so that you can easily access them. You can read about how it works. Again, link is in the chat. Thank you. Okay, so let's get into this. Hello, Hash Yadav, how are you? Hello, Astroblood. Hello again, how are you? Hello. This cutter is also good for grass. Yes, definitely. Also, sub hash Simon, how are you? Fadi Enen, thank you for making my suggested scene. Thank you, no problem. You mean the daytime town? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so let's get into it and start here. Let's create a new project. So how's your day? How are things going? Let me grab this image. Has any one of you done anything interesting? So let's see. How do we structure this? Nice background. Yeah, these look really amazing, I think. Okay, so let's see. Where do we start? I don't have a Vespa, but I think we can get a car. Okay. We can start by setting up the camera here. Hello, Burning Bright, how are you? Glad to see you. Let me also turn on my shortcuts here. Okay. We can use one thing I'm realizing is that in these scenes they really love using a kind of a tighter camera, like a 90 with a 90 millimeter lens. So let's use a 50 for this one. Morning, Lutalema, how are you? Finally caught up of your streams at the start. Nice. Gonji Rai. letting me know that my mic was off. Yeah. Why did you delete? I'm guessing that was a mistake. You didn't really intend to delete your stuff. Okay. Let's see. Let me first pause here so that we can do this a bit quicker. Let's start with these pavements. So I can bring this camera a bit back at a plane, and for the plane, let's add some modifiers. Let's start with a solidify modifier. Raise this up a bit. Now we don't even need to render the bottom piece, and then add bevel modifier. By the way, I'm using my own add-on, again the quick functions add-on for this. Yeah, so this is going to be our pavement, so we can have something like that. I think I can bring this back again. Hello Vinit, how are you? Glad to see you. Yeah, so somewhere there. Let me change the camera to a 30. No, let's continue with a 50 and just move things back like that. Then I can duplicate this. I was booting Windows 10 on my laptop. There was a GPT style errors. To fix it, you have to format the drive. Yeah, that sucks. Sometimes the only way you can fix some errors is by formatting, and but sometimes if you use the computer, if you move the drive to a different computer, it might fix the issue. So you might have tried that, but yeah, since you already formatted, doesn't really help. Yeah, so this is going to be our pavement, and I'm adding these. You're going to see why I'm adding these squares in a bit. Yeah, so I have some construction going on in my neighborhood, so if you're hearing any noise, that's why. Hope it's not too much, or it doesn't bother you too much. If I straighten these, actually I think I shouldn't have done this. This should be. Let me first pause this. What is the best free software for texturing? Would you suggest me any? There is Amory. I don't think it's free anymore, but it used to be free. Or you have to pay. It's a bit cheaper than it's the alternative to Substance Painter. Or Substance, yeah, it's the alternative to Substance Painter. But I don't think it's free anymore. It used to be free. Okay, so now that we have that, we can use. I can select all these edge loops, hit V, and that should break up. Because I want to create these pavers. I'm thinking. Might be making a simple error here, but we have these. V, so I can separate them. Let me first call this anim town. Tunnel shortcuts. Okay, the shortcuts are here. Our Substance Painter is easy, but Murray is more efficient. I don't think I know what Murray is. I haven't tried it, I think. And if I suppose this, then I want to select these, hit V, select these. This is a simple way to make pavements. And then I think I can just first offset this a bit. All these have to be offset. Then hit V. Can select these, hit V. We need to do the same for this side. Just slide them a bit, hit V. Hit V again. Now we have some nice pavements. Let me give these a concrete material. I think I can use something like this. Murray is hard, but man, you should see the demo reel of it. It is nuts. I'll try check it out and see. Hello T Cosp, are you? Hello Max Sonic. What you want to see next in Blender update are the texture improvement in the texturing, because I heard they were going to do something like that, so I'm excited to wait for it. I'm excited for it. Let's speed up a bit. Just grab this wall and try Armor Paint and Quickthrow Mixer. Armor Paint is free only if you build the application yourself. Otherwise, you pay 16 euros on Gumroad. Yeah, I think that's what I remember too. It's free if you compile it yourself. The source code is available, but if you don't want to go through the trouble, you just have to buy it for $16 euros. Sorry. I think we can also use the same trick of adding a solidify modifier to this, even, and then adding a bevel, to create these walls here. And then you just have to add loops like that, and then these loops can be split, so I can select these and hit V, separate them like that, and then I think I need to, let me select, yeah, they need to be like that, so let me do okay, then I can select these edges. Hit V as well, and we have a similar wall like that. Of course, you can use some kind of tile texture, but I would prefer to do it this way so that I can capture some of that detail. And there is this kind of top piece. Just going to select it. Yes. So we have that. Let's see how this looks. Let me give this the same concrete material. And let's start adding a few buildings like this. So maybe let me start first add this pole. Let me search for that. I have an electric pole in here. Can add that. Okay, I have this other one that just going to I'd love to see a better UV unwrapping system. Yeah, better unwrapping systems are usually slower, so I go with the fastest. Oh, you mean in the updates? Yeah, a better UV unwrapping system would be better. Yeah, of course it would be better because it's better. Yeah, the UV unwrapping system in Blender needs an update. It hasn't been touched in a while. Let's add a building like this. Let me do a cube. So this building is around here. Bring it down here. Extrude up. Add a loop here. Extrude, push up. And we can now add in these tiles. In the new update, yeah, I would also love to see something like that. Let's create these. I think they're called chingos. there are two things I want to see. A better texturing system. We basically don't have any texturing system in Blender right now, but if we got one, that would be super amazing. And another thing I would love to see is the a better UV unwrapping system. I think the last update we had in the UV mapping area is when they introduced UDIMs, but I never use UDIMs. I guess they are for more. They're mostly for industry, like studios, mostly for studios. So I've not really taken advantage of them. I'm creating these tiles here, and I think they bend in a bit, like that. Then we can add a solidify, only rim. That we can use an array. Add another array, and we have shingles. Or are they supposed? This is supposed to go. It should be like this. These are roof tiles. What other thing do you guys want to see in the next version of Blender? We have a roof, and we don't need to show them all the way. We can just start where the camera is seeing. I think this here is more pronounced. Let me first clear rotation. This is more rounded. Let me change the auto smooth angle like that. I think there is more gap between each tile. Like that. What are the best render settings for a forest? For a forest, I haven't really tried to render a forest because my computer would probably just catch fire. Forests are, but I think CG Geek has a good tutorial on doing that. Though I think he used he didn't use actual geometry. He used an alpha image on a plane. So thank you, Satyeg Singh. Thank you. Hello from the US. Thank you for streaming like this. It helps a lot. Thank you, Max. Thank you. Now, what do you do? What do you use Blender for, if I may ask? Okay, also have these larger tiles at the top here, so think this one is just, I'm creating this tile here. I think, let me first, I think this one is basically like this, rounded at the top, and here you have kind of extrusion like that. Yeah, Nightbot can sometimes misbehave, so if he's timing you out, yeah, I don't really know what to do about it. But he can be harsh, unnecessarily harsh. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so that's our roof tile. Can bring this here. I think the roof might be a little, ours is too slanted, so let's pull it down. Give it a new material. I think I can use, let me see, let's just use a concrete material. Concrete, something like this. Something like that, I think. I don't know. Then can grab this, give it the same concrete material. But, it should be more. I think also the rotation here, let's try negative 45. So that the sun is hitting directly around here. So let me see. I think to do this, I'm going to add a large area light here, because it might be very hard for me to control the sun. Make it GTA 6 trailer using Blender. Yeah, that would be a project that would never end. These fingers are a bit larger. And these also might need to be a bit larger so that they are much visible here. So let's try. I need to get the right direction of the sun. Let me see. Let's try 250. No, I think I like it to be around here. Maybe I could just add a light like we had planned. Maybe this has to be a bit more reflective. I think it's starting to get the look we are looking for. Let's just bring this back. I still learn about texture material. Nice. Are those electric poles along the streets are a thing of the past here in Sweden? Can't remember when I saw one here. Yeah, I think now that they just use use the lines, put the lines underground. They don't really put them in. You only see these poles outside cities. You never see them in the middle of towns or cities. You will find them in villages, but not in towns. Let me see, what else can we add in here? We need to work on this side. I'm just going to grab this wall. We need some windows on this. Let me see, do I have an air conditioner? I have this one. This doesn't really, it's not exactly this, but for now we can just have that. It's quite large. Let's add a window, some pipes, and yeah. Do you make your textures? No, I just get them usually from Google or CC0 textures, or even textures.com. It's a nice website to get textures. There is also HDRI Heaven. Let's do some pipes. Kind of getting ahead of myself. Let's first add this window here. I think it's around there. We just do a quick extrusion. I'll create a new material. The thing I like about this kind of anim thing is that the textures are very, very simple. So I can just assign a glass, very reflective material at this, give it a bluish material, and I think I can also use a texture gradient, a gradient texture. Let me first unpause this. Just make sure that I'm using UV coordinates. Unwrap this, and let's use a spherical. Now let's use linear, but I want the gradient to go from left. Or let me just rotate it, because if you look closely, most anim use a lot. The textures usually have some sort of gradient look to them, and that's what I'm trying to fake here. Let me change color mix RGB. Just add in a slight gradient like that. And then we have these bars here. I'm just going to grab this Let me first pause. Now this look like anim. Thank you. I think the more you practice a style, the more you start to understand how it's made. So, because I've been looking at a lot of anim references, and I think I'm starting to get the hang of it. Use Boolean for the windows. That's a lot of work. Booleans here would be a lot of work, I think. Let's grab another material. Let me also get a grunge map here. Resources, grunge maps. I want to get something like... let me just search a metal texture. Let me get something like this and use it in here. So let's see. Okay, starting to look like anim. Now we also have this bar up here, so let me grab this, Shift D. I think this door frame has... Yeah, the window has a frame, so let's add that. And I'm missing some of your messages, but I'm going to come back and read them, so don't worry about that. The construction's getting loud. What are they doing, removing house to house? No, this is... It's my neighbor who is doing the construction, so I can't really do much about it. And he has been doing it for almost a month. A darker color border a darker color bottom border to houses will give it a good look. A dark bottom border. I'm not sure if I understand what you mean. Yeah, so let's add some pipes because they really give it that look. So pipes are very easy. I have a lot of pipes in my library, but I want to show you how to quickly do pipes. So if you have you can start with a plane like this. Now let me first hide these so that I can easily do the pipes. So pipes, there is this long pipe. I can start with that. Yes, you're late to class. How are you? Okay, then I can just use vertices, extrude vertices, vertical, or lines like this. And where you want a curve, you just bevel the curve like that. You can also bevel it here. And there's also this line here. I think it's not a pipe, it's like a wire. So let me also do that. Extrude here. It's around the window. Goes up there. I can round that off using the bevel modifier. Select lower section of the house, give it a different color. Oh, you mean that? Yeah, we're going to do that. We can do that. Grab another pipe and can also add another one here. just round off these corners like that. I can also just grab this to make a copy. I think I can just have a ton of wiring, and so these are going to be our pipes. Now all we have to do is convert this to a curve. Then in the geometry of the curve, give this some thickness, and you can see now we have some pipes. I can give these the same metal material we have here, so link materials, and we have pipes. Just make sure that these are metal. This is a metal material, and I want it to be darker, so I'm going to add hue and saturation. Just bring the value up, half the value, like that. Now we have pipes. Easy. But you can see some pipes are very small, like this one here. I don't know if it's even a pipe. It looks like a wire, so I'm going to go into edit mode. Let me first pause this. Select this loop, Alt S, shrink it down. And yeah, these are also very small pipes. Alt S, like that. After you're done, you can just convert this back to a mesh and start adding details like pipe holders. So I can just come in here, bevel this, and push this out. Let me use auto smooth and change the angle to 45. Okay, just add in some pipe detail like this. Can even just grab this, shift D, start moving it in different areas. So maybe here, small details, but very, very important ones. Kind of change the silhouette of the pipe, which in turn makes it look more realistic. Oh, 53 people watching, nice. Seems a lot of you love these anime series, so keep doing it. I think these pipes need to be a bit darker. Yeah, somewhere like that. I think about 0.3. Hello, Mohammed. How are you? What are they doing? Oh, sorry. That I read. Okay. Let's see. We can add this other air conditioner somewhere here. It is anime in pronunciation. Oh, anime. Okay. Hello, Burning Trap. Good morning. How are you? Things are great. The results are incredible. Where can I find your previous work? Do you have Dribble or Instagram? I rarely post anything there, but I have Instagram, but I just never post much there, which is unfortunate. I think I'll try to become more active on Instagram. Okay, let's see. I think we also need some wires on here. I have wires in my library, like I said. Let's see, what else can we do? Let's add this construction, this building here in the far distance. And also, since we have this building already made, maybe we could add a few. Let me grab these pipes again. Shift D, rotate them on the X, so just have them here. Just so we have something on the other side of, on this side of the wall. And with this, we can grab the entire house or building, move it to a collection. I'll call this house 1, and just instance this collection. So I'll do instance collection instance. Just bring this here. I can mirror it on the X, and maybe even rotate this. But we want the built-up part to be more visible, so maybe even scale it down a bit. So we're trying to populate our city now. I think I'm going to come here. For example, where can I find the final render of this video? I would love to have it. You can go to Discord. I usually post the final render there. Not always, but when I remember, I do post them there. Just use !_ Discord. Let's see. Yeah. I've been watching your streams for a while, would like to use them as learning material. Was wondering if you use any plugins. The plugins I use are just to manage different stuff. For example, I use my own version, my own add-on called the asset library. This helps me just to manage my assets so that I can reuse them and reuse the materials I've created previously. Okay, we can also, I'm going to use Botanic. This is also another add-on I use. For trees and stuff like that. Okay. What else? Yeah, I've made several buildings like that, or like this. True. So let's do that. Let me go to my library and find my buildings. This is the beauty of having a library. I have several buildings that I can use. Let me see which one fits. Let me try this. It does work, but I want kind of a construction type building. So let me have that in the background, and let's make this one from scratch. So this one is just, I think, let me start with like a plane. Since it's half constructed, or it's still in construction process, okay, let's do something like this. Give this a thickness with a solidify modifier. I think I can give this the concrete material. Hello, your videos are very helpful. Thank you, Cornelius 77. Thank you. I've been watching your streams for a while. Oh yeah, I've already read that. Hello from your fan in Malaysia. Ah, nice. How is Malaysia? How are things there? I'm told it's a nice country. It's a beautiful country there. How is it? Okay, so this is our building. I can reduce the floor size to around there, maybe. Yeah, like that. And let me add some beams, construction beams. So I can do. Let me actually have a beam here. No, not that. Cube. Maybe the same material. Controlling material. Oh, it's bad now. Like you have flash floods. That's unfortunate. How are 3D jobs there? Is it easy to get a job there as a 3D artist? Let's add some construction beams here. We need let me first reduce the size of these. And I need some of these to have rooms. Can use constant offset. Yeah, something like that. And looks like this side is nearly finished or something. So let's add a plane to capture this nice glowy effect. Is the botanic add-on worth the price? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Because I use it quite a lot. And if you want to get it, the link is in the chat. If you want to get the botanic add-on, I think it has a lot of assets, but I can't really decide for you on that. It's worth for me. I don't know if it's really worth for you. So there is that. I'm going to give this a new material. Let me see. It can't all be finished. Parts of it might have glass, parts of it not. So this can have a new material, but it has to be with no alpha and very reflective. Maybe, yeah. Something like that. And also, I think this side here has to have the same. Maybe we can give this a solidify as well, thickness. I think this looks good. We might want to change the rotation of the sun. Let's do 270. Let's try 1.5. Let me see, where is the sun here? So at 270 is directly here. I want it to be at around, I don't know, it should be, let's see, 360. I know, that puts it at 200. Maybe somewhere like that. Yo, thank you for subscribing, Virat Kapul. Thank you. Can you explain the alpha parameter in the shading node? This is just how exactly can I explain? It's just transparency. How transparent an object is. You can see from the glass here. If I bring the alpha up, it becomes opaque. But because I have transformation on, I'm losing the effect. But so full alpha is opaque. 0 is fully transparent. So I'm just trying to get a mix of the two. And maybe make this, bring back the translucence or transparency. Like that. You think the sun angle is better here? Yeah, I think so too. I think it's better. It was looking good. Okay, good then. Let's see. I have other buildings, small buildings in my Rome park that I think can work here. So something like this small building. Let me first pause. Can add it here. Just start adding more buildings, especially these small ones. Just have a few of these. I can even grab this finished one, put it in the back. Let's see now. Okay, these ones don't really have the same vibe. I think they need to be really in the background. So I need to... Yo, thank you, Shitwa Shama, for subscribing. I watch your stream at night to get inspired. Here, thank you. That's amazing. Love your energy and artwork. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we need more buildings. Let's also add more trees. I'm going to go back to the botanical add-on. Hello from India. I'm watching your channel for the first time and I really enjoyed it. I learned quite a bit from your techniques. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for letting me know that. It's very... When you tell me that, it also inspires me to do more stuff. And I love doing this. Let me grab garbage. Can... bin. Thank you, Max Sonic UA, for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Corn. Let's see what other building. Most of the buildings here are not really visible, so it's hard to do. So let's try doing this one here. Let me get rid of... No, this could be there. Let's create this small house here. Shouldn't be that hard. It's just actually we can just start with this Shift D and I just make sure that this is in its own collection. Want this, can add a loop cut here, grab these, extrude in or extrude manifold like that. This needs the window that we had here as well. And a fence like this. I think I can just join them into a single object. Then for the roof, I'm just going to grab this. I think it needs to be your roof needs to be extended. Skipping class to watch you. That's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. I wouldn't recommend it. Let's see. Let me add. This wooden stuff. and they should all get the wood material. So let me find some wood here. Dark wood like this. Then we also need a roof material, which I think I have. I can just use this for the roof. And the concrete for this looks a bit bluish, so let's give it the same color as well. So I'm just going to use color mix, make it a little bit bluish like that. Hopefully that's enough. I think this one we can have around there, maybe taller. Thanks so much for awesome streams and speaking to your community. Yeah, I love it too. I love it so thank you as well for keeping me entertained. Let's see. Can't wait to see modeling of a car on the left and the scooter. The car on the left, this here. I don't know if I would model that, because that would take a lot of time to do. We'll see. Yeah, so I also want this to be lit up, so I'm going to grab a light, an area light here. Because you can see it's already looking dark here, so just a bit like that. Maybe even scale this light up a bit. Let me see if I add. Would it work? Don't think so, but let's see. We can also add a fence. I have a fence here. Your render is realistic. Thank you. Though we are trying to go for a stylized look here. Let's see. I want fence. I have this fence here. Image is cartoonish. Yeah, the cartoonish look here is usually got after with post-production. To add those lines, and they usually also go with paint directly onto the 3D model. So we can try doing that in post and see. Still need a bunch of stuff here. So maybe we can duplicate another house here. Now this time we can also, let me see, duplicate this, just give this a different material. Need a volume? Yeah, definitely need a volume. Let's search for a bike. Since we don't have a Vespa, we can try adding a bike maybe somewhere here. Leaning. Yeah, I think I'm figuring out how to make this look more cartoonish. I think we need this light to be really, really orange and very powerful here. That may be even more powerful than that. Okay, that's just too much. Doesn't Blender give a cartoonish render by default? Yeah, it has the freestyle option, but you can't preview it in the viewport. You have to render first. So it's like a post-processing effect as well. So it's after the render is done, not before. I think we need more trees. Let's go back to Botanic. Add a tree. Yeah, I agree with the orange light. Yeah, the lights have to be really orange and to make these stand out. And also we can grab a light like this because one other thing I noticed about anime, however you pronounce it, is that the trees always look a bit glowy. So we can achieve that by adding a light somewhere closer to the trees. How does Animator do it if it only on for still images? If it applies only for still images? Okay, I'm not sure what you're asking, but yeah. So I usually animators just brute force it. The background is usually not 3D, so they just paint it directly in a 3D painter. See, just make these nearly orangish. I think the issue is some of our buildings are not as detailed as I would want them to be. So let me try switching this out. A bluish light in the foreground. Yeah, I think you are right on that. So let me grab this and just make it. Maybe not that powerful. Let's add a character in here. Maybe he's looking on his phone or something. I really lights make a whole difference. Yes, yeah. Lights do make a lot of difference. And some lights don't make sense. How the placement of some lights doesn't make sense, but the effect they give is just makes a big difference. So you have to have some creative freedom when working with lights. Don't be restricted in how you would expect lights to be placed in the real world. So like the light we have, you wouldn't have a light like this in real life, but if I removed it for a second, you see it becomes too dark. So I think this light shouldn't be there. I think this has to be a bit taller than what it is right now, so let me just grab it. And let me add some buildings in the background before we can start working on the clouds. Oh, make the man like he's walking with his phone towards an open gutter. Okay, let's see. I need these buildings to be way back. Don't want that. Let me see if this shop would work. instead of these here. Just add some extra buildings in the back. Hey, Kapil Patel, how are you? Glad to see you. Some of the buildings I'm adding just don't make it look like a different, less anime. So I'm going to remove this. And maybe get rid of this as well. Is there a way we can render only direct lighting and indirect shadows? Yes, you can, in the compositor, you can separate them. Maybe try some purple tones like in the reference. Oh yeah? Oh, purple tones. Let's try that. Let me go to my, yes, play with the colors. And I think one of the issue we're having here is our clouds, our sky looks too plain. So let's fix that. I'm thinking the more buildings we add, the less it looks like the reference image. Let's scale this guy up so he's much visible. And I think the open gutter, I don't know, let me see. can just do a sphere here. Since this is anime, it doesn't really have to be super detailed. We can just do, let me see, just add in some small details like this. Let me add a car in the distance. In many fonts, you can target a specific image as a filter for lighting and color. The font reference says the lighting and color of the particular image. It wouldn't really help us here. I don't think so. Hello, this is my first time watching you. Nice detail. Thank you. Cinch. I need to change the angle of the light, the sun. And let's get some clouds in. Cloud, sun, dust. Let me see if I get all the lights we have. Shift G, type, have them in a collection called lights. Mail them to a collection called lights. Just want to figure out the right way to light this. Hello, Jeffrey Imahiebe. I'm curious how to see how you will get the final atmosphere. I want to try and see if I can get that as well. And Photoshop is called natural filters. So this is with all the lights turned off except the sun. Let me see. Let's try light. If I try negative 90 would give us. Let me raise the sun. I think we need something to block the light on this side, so I'm going to grab this building. So we have something like that, blocking the light, and I like this shadow being casted here. Now let's bring back one light at a time. So I want this to be super orange, and maybe not that powerful. Yeah, maybe move this tree just a bit like that so we can see. Yes, just one filter will not be enough. The process will be long, I'm sure. Yeah, we have to do quite a few things here to get it to look the way we want it. Now, one thing we could add is a glow effect in the back in post-processing. Let me see. The problem is Cycles doesn't really support that. Yo, thank you for subscribing. Luisi Dole Zarola. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Andre, for subscribing as well. Now, let's fake some of the clouds here. I'm going to grab a cloud texture like this. Let's import it in. Let's see. This should give us some basic clouds in the skies, which is basically this is simply a plane with a cloud texture. Let me first let's create a new cloud shader here. So let's start with a plane. We want two things. We want an emission shader, then a transparent shader. Blend the two like this, and yeah. Then we can grab a noise texture, but we need this noise to be a bit stretched on the x-axis. Maybe you can even just use coordinate map UV mapping here. So let me just unwrap this so I can scale it on the x or on the y. Let me first apply the rotation here and apply the scale, then unwrap. Yeah, so I want this to be scaled up on the x. I want to find a quicker way, an easier way to affect this gradient thing. I think the contrast should be low. Yeah, I agree with you. So I was trying to change that using the exposure settings here. I don't know why, but I look at your render, the word tasty come in mind. Sky with words. You have your way with words, man. Thank you. Thank you, Pain Keuta. for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Yeah, we want to have some nice clouds like that. I'm also going to grab another texture here. Let's see if I grab this, we can grab another gradient texture. So texture, gradient texture, and this time we can also use, I don't know, let me see. So this gradient goes from left to right, I think. Yeah, left to right, and we want it to go from bottom up. So let's rotate it on the y-axis. Yeah, like that. And give this the same colors we're seeing here. So we're seeing that nice orange, then that reddish, and then a purple at the top there. And we can add hue and saturation. Give these, make them more saturated. Let's use ease or ease. Make these more saturated. I think if we skip this middle node, we can still get the same thing, the same effect. Now we can scale up the gradient a bit and move it. And I think we need the last node to be a dark. Move this up. And remember, we have these clouds. Yo, thank you for subscribing, Shayma Sin. Thank you. We have these clouds here, so we can blend them in here. Maybe use the screen. No, screen won't work. Add overlay. Let's just do mix and just something like that. It's not going to be as good as this, but it's a starting point. We can use this in the emission color. So then let me see. We can also grab some other clouds. Let me go back to the asset library. Just grab a cloud like this, bring it in. I distort them with each other using noise coordinates. Let me first get this cloud in and try that. I think this one can be a bit darker. Now we can try a different cloud here. Give it. Yeah, another thing I would like to see in Blender is a better cloud system. Because right now we are trying to fake things. I think it's not the worst cloud. But yeah, you're saying we should distort them. So distorting them would be, I would need to distort. Which part should I distort? The clouds or the gradient? So if I wanted to distort the gradient, I would just need the noise here and just blend it with the mapping, and that should distort the noise a bit, the gradient a bit. Yo, thank you, Nico Power, for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Just finished class and I'm watching you. Nice that you finished your class. It's all coming together. Grok from the Emperor's New Glove. Kronk from the Emperor's New Glove. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean there. Let me see if I play with the contrast again here. Another thing we could do is grab this cloud here, Shift D, bring it in like that, because we want to fake volumetrics instead of using actual volumetrics. So I'm going to grab this. Let me see, look at the noise. This is how it looks. Give it some nice contrast like that, and just use this as the factor. That we don't need any of this, and scale down the noise. Now we don't need this to be in the color. You can try several things to find what works. I think I need to scale these. Just, it's like adding some atmospheric effect. Let me see, if we don't, let me make sure this is just wireframe. If we don't have the clouds, with the clouds, before gamma it was looking perfectly cartoonish. So yeah, I think the more contrast we have, the less cartoonish it looks. Now let's add this thing here, crane thing. Thank you for subscribing, Tofu Sama. Thank you. Let's add the crane. It shouldn't be too hard. We just need. So this is our building, and I know what. Let me grab this building. This beautiful building. I will have it in a collection called building unfinished, unfinished. Let me just instance it way in the back. Just the same building. Let's make sure that this has a concrete material. If you ask me, I wouldn't have changed anything about color from now. It looks exactly like the reference. Oh, you think so? Nice. Thank you, thank you. So you think the colors are perfect, so we just have to add a few extra effects to this. Let's see, like what? Yeah, I was trying to create a crane, so let me first pause this. Come here. So the crane, we can start with a plane like this, extrude up, just add a few subdivisions, and then triangulate it using Ctrl T like that, and then use the wireframe modifier, increase the thickness like that. If you want, you can even duplicate this, scale it on the inside. So we have, I don't know, okay, why are my shortcuts not working? So I can have something like that, and maybe, I don't know, maybe, yeah, like that. Maybe scale this up, just use an array in the Z. So this is around here, and duplicate this, rotate on the X. I think this is a smaller version. Then add some wires. It should be curves. Yes, crane would be good. What is pork face? Pork faces? Have you heard about it? Pork faces? No, I have not heard about it. Search menu. Pork faces. Is this in edit mode? I think our crane looks a bit too small or too thick. Or is it the right size? Let me see. You're saying pork faces. Is this in edit mode? Because I can't find it in... Let me see. Pork. Oh, pork faces. Ah, I see. So they just, instead of triangulating, they just triangulate, but the center triangulates in the center instead of just. So Alt J just does, sorry, Control T just triangulates like this. So this is just a different way to triangulate, I think. Control, yeah, it's a different way to triangulate. I think our crane looks a bit too, and this here should be like that. Crane should be shorter. Hello Kazaik, how are you? Like 4 pork faces. Yeah, it's a different way to triangulate. Like a different triangulation algorithm or something, whatever. Yeah, it's called. I wish I had this kind of car here. Yeah, you're kind of late. We are 1 hour 54 minutes in already. I could also use this screen somewhere. Also, let me instance this. We need that car, yeah. Definitely need that car. Let me see if I can find it in the free 3D models. My internet seems really slow. Ah, the town is always nice. I like the creation. Ah, thank you, thank you. Let's instance another crane. Yeah, I don't like this cloud here. Maybe this roof tiles need to be a bit darker. CG Trader has some good cars for free. CG Trader free car. This would have been good, but it's pricey. Yeah, these are really some good cars. Yeah, this one would work, I think. So let me see, is it compatible? Try Sketchfab. I think the one I've got is, if they have an FBX version, it would be enough. Let's go to Sketchfab and see as well. Sketchfab. Let's try adding these small stuff. Have a cone here. If I suppose these are very simple things to add. 16 vertices. Just add some roughness here and do a cube projection. I think I also have some lights. Street lights. That we can add in. Let me see if this is done downloading. Okay, we have FBX, which is great, and some nice textures, I think. So let's import that. So should be in my downloads, compressed FBX. So this is it. Okay, it's going to take some time to compile shaders. Hopefully it's not compiling all the shaders we have in the scene. So it's going to freeze for a bit. Otherwise it will freeze for a bit. Maybe let me just close Blender for a bit, open it. I don't want to spend hours compiling shaders. You want any car models? I was specifically looking for like this kind of car, a Capio. Downloads, compress this one, and just join this. Are you going to give me something? Japanese van? Yeah, something like a Japanese van. This looks so beautiful. Just discovered this channel and hope you do well. Thank you, Dibaditya Mukir J. Thank you. It's just an idea. If we give camera a very tiny amount of depth of field, it will soften out sharpness and will fake the glow. You think so? Let me see. Oh, the scene is becoming a bit heavy. So yeah, our van is there. Where's the van? Where did I put the van? Let me grab this, move this to this side so we can see our van. Maybe make it. I think the van looks perfect. I have a Toyota here, Suzuki Super Carry, and Honda Acti if you need any. Like, do you mean like 3D models, or like you have an actual? I think this guy is will do. I mean, for me to search in Sketchfab, I think the car will be enough. This one will be enough for this, for at least this. Dude, I know you're already streaming, but you gotta create a full paid course of creating an environment like this, kind of like explaining every step if you can. Yeah, I've always thought of doing that, but I get a bit lazy sometimes. That's why I haven't done anything. Toyota, let me see, let me try to size that. Oh, this one here, guys. The issue is it's not free. I'm okay with buying models, but because I'm streaming, I don't want to expose any information right now. But this looks good, I think. Yeah, definitely looks good. Super realistic. Yeah, would have worked very well. But yeah, I'm okay with buying models, but just yeah, there's always a risk of exposing stuff if you try to do anything online directly like this. So that's why I try to just find free ones. Yeah, it's not for free. Okay, let me see. What else could we add in here? Definitely could add a few more buildings in the back. But I don't want to add too many modern ones. I just want simple buildings. Maybe this could work for a background building. For courses, he should follow you on Patreon. Yeah, but I don't have any courses on Patreon. But maybe it would be amazing to follow me on Patreon. It's a nice way to support the channel. I have this water tank don't know if it's necessary, but I'm going to add it. For some reason it doesn't work. Anyway. Oh, the blind can't speak. The blind spot and scooter on the left. Okay, the blind spot mirror. So I'm just going to use this Shift D, have it here, replace the lamp head with a ceiling, a circle, 90 degrees. You may want to Control B, give this a bevel here. And this can be shader glass or glossy. Oh, you're fast? Yeah, I've been doing this for some time, so. Interesting to know your opinion about the geometry nodes and you implement them in your work already. Yeah, I love geometry nodes. I haven't just used them that much, but I do really love them a lot. I think it's one of those things that are going to push Blender to become industry standard, or at least somewhere close to industry standard. I would follow on the Patreon, but I can't spend in every month. So I'm happy to buy a course of him. Yeah, I think I would do a course someday. I just have been a bit lazy, and creating a course is quite takes some time if you want to create a good one. Hello TRD vlog, how are you? And what? Okay. I think I can grab this fence here, just add it here. I'm from Uganda, that's in East Africa. Basically neighboring Kenya and Tanzania. Let me get some more plants from botanical. Let's grab this. By the way, if you want to get the botanical add-on, a link is in the chat. It says it's an amazing add-on. Let me add this. How many days have passed on this channel? I can't count. Just too many. A lot. Definitely a lot. Let me get some bags. And that from a South Asian country, currently unemployed. But like, yeah, I'm not sure what to say there. But yeah, you just work on your craft, send some CVs, maybe you'll get somewhere. You get employed somewhere. From Uganda with that knowledge. Okay. Yeah, man. Okay, let's see. What else can I do here? Yeah, I want this. Can't see this. I duplicate this. Love from India. Thank you. What was your first experience in 3D World, and when it started? I started around 2010. I don't remember what I started with, but I wanted to get into game development. Then I realized it was quite a lot of work, so yeah. From there, I've been jumping on from one project to another, and till I got here. Let me see. Let me grab this. Have you designed any car models? No, I have not. But I've tried. It just takes a lot of commitment. That yeah. I wasn't very committed to making car models, so I never did. Takes a lot of time. I think this is going to be the end of today's stream. Did you make those buildings yourself? Use some type of generation tool, etc.? It's 5 a.m. Detroit. I knew it's right now. 5 a.m. 5 a.m. That's in the morning, right? Or is it? Yeah, 5 a.m. would be in the morning. Nice. Is it? Yeah, I did make the buildings myself. I didn't use a generator. No, I just made them from scratch. Can you show the final render? This is the final render. To render it right, I'll be posting it in the Discord server, so you can go to !Discord. That's where the final render is going to be. Full screen, that's probably going to crash my PC or the stream. So I think I better end the stream and then give it a render. I'll be posting the final results in the Discord server. Anyway, I'm very thankful that you guys showed up. I'll see you in the next live stream again. Thank you.